tried to make a two-part left brain, right brain video, and really what I think I'm having a hard time with is this format of video. You know, it's this screen, it's this, maybe it's just this audio where you hear the sound and you don't even look at me because you don't need to look at me, but sometimes it helps to say, certain gestures to describe neuropsychology and neurophilosophy and neuroscience and health and stuff that helps us feel well. Those directions of to the sides keep us in our brains. Racism, as another example, kept slaves in their bodies. And I don't point fingers. I think that's not beneficial. I want to do engineering, and I don't have time for everything. So it's like, okay, if you want to point fingers and say, oh, why is there a Donald Trump thing over there? It's because I'm trying to get a contract with the United States government for my business, Blue Circle Technology. And the man I actually very much appreciate because I think his story and what he's done, and I think the help that he's given has not been really enjoyed. Great economy, but doesn't have the language skills of Mr. former President Barack Obama. Doesn't have the behavioral talents. But it goes back to the story of Mary and Jim. You get the lawyer and back to the left brain, right brain, and then you get the businessman with the ideas of, being successful and making money and investing and building places, and then the two cross, and Mr. former President Barack Obama and his ideas of change and his ideas of healthcare. There's this constant duality, and I think once in a while it's nice just to hear someone say, screw it, I just want to be president. And I think there's something honorable in that intention, and I'm not like a purposeful Republican. I just I stay in the middle and go towards what makes sense, and I don't think having another lawyer would have really fulfilled our goals as a country and made us any better, and I think it would have ended up causing more suffering. No offense to Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State. It's just, part of life. Like the brain. But similar to the mind, there's, different parts to the brain. Yeah, left or right, or however you want to describe it. But trying to prove what the psychology and the psychiatry are doing with those terms gets to be tricky, and I don't understand why even bother with the trickiness, because you don't want that kind of interaction with someone who needs medical assistance. It's like the coffee, I can just keep staring at it and go, oh gosh, that would be so nice because my throat hurts a little bit from making these videos. But what I'm saying with the top down and the bottom up are the benefits of knowing, well, I'm not going to hurt someone's feelings on the video if I take a sip of coffee to help my throat. You know, my hand going forward's not going to cause someone total panic. I pray. But keeping someone in their brain too long, especially someone who's a drug addict, will eventually be disregarded. I've heard someone describe meth as just dissolving your mind. And then I guess you do be the light, unfortunately, or maybe it's awesome, I don't know. It sounds scary. But why not give more ability to a human? Going down gets you in your body, gets you breathing better, gets your hands, you know, kind of back to being restrained and, you know, locked into some behavior where you're in your left and your right. And then being able to go up towards your mind and your brain and doing what you're doing. So you go down. However your body works. And in some of the meditation practices that I've studied, you can do breath, count the breath if that helps. That really connects the top and the bottom, because then you're using your brain and your heart at the same time. It's a very good connection. You can do body awareness, where you just really feel where you're at in the room. Helps your attention, and that's in your brain also. And then you can do saluting attention, you know, if you're in the military. And that's good for awareness and attention with your body. So that, you know, in difficult situations where you're maybe not really understanding what's happening, you just say, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. And then you can hopefully be allowed to leave. And they won't try to sell you some drugs, or, you know, at least then you're not going to just get totally taken advantage of, you know, theoretically. But with the top, in Tibetan Buddhism, we do Om Mani Padme Hum mantras. We do Om, Ahum, Vajra, Guru, Padma, Siddhi Hum, and many others. Transcendental meditation, you get taught a similar, I think, mantra, but I tried, and you have to pay $1,000 or more. It was kind of outrageous and part of economics, I guess, but frustrating. So the Tibetan mantra has been my benefit for that kind of top brain kind of smoothing out, along with prayer too. Saying a prayer quietly to yourself or silently, you know, just letting your mind say the prayer. Affirmations work well. I love my body. And then that goes down. You kind of feel that warmth. It's like, oh, cool. I'm not like being totally rambunctious. And you can feel your heart kind of have that loving feeling. I love my brain, you know, it's like the recognition of the face, like, okay, I'm doing good, I'm healthy, I don't, you know, have my skin falling off. I love my mind, recognizing the power of concentration and focus and calm. I love the world, I think most poetically. To be prepared and to at least look nonviolent and harmless. For people especially who wear camouflage like I do, who want to go hunting eventually. Maybe people already hunt, but I haven't been yet, and I've had that on my life goals. And so that's it. That's my kind of, I think, response to the left and the right. I don't think it's totally crazy. I think it's okay for optimization, performance, and I think getting into really knowing your brain. But I think for the basic health level, going down and then going up really make body and brain whole. And mind, good gosh, shoot, mine didn't have to do nothing. You rest your mind. It's like, oh, you didn't have to think of that 12,000 degree pointed triangle to concentrate and focus and go down and then back up. You can see the tenseness visually, and you can feel it almost viscerally. And that's the end.